Clearly, this is a tragedy, no matter how you look at it, no matter who's responsible. What kind of response, though, should the U.S. be prepared to give?
Well, I think we're going to know what President Biden wants to do. He is having a National Security Council meeting now, and I think he simply has to make the decision whether he wants to say, this is over, let's finish the mission, let's not put anybody else at risk, or if he wants to say, we made a pledge to the American citizens and the SIV holders that we're going to get them out, so that may cause us to extend the mission.
How important is it to get our Afghan allies out? We confirmed yesterday that there were about 1,500 Americans in Afghanistan, but we've heard there could be many thousands more Afghan citizens who have worked for and were loyal to the U.S. War effort and government over the past couple of decades.
Well, soldiers do not leave fellow soldiers on the battlefield. It's that simple, and these Afghan interpreters are the same way. They were with us on the battlefield, no different from any other soldier in that squad, that platoon, or that company. So we have a moral obligation to do everything we can to get as many of them out as possible, because we know what their fate will be under the Taliban.
How is it possible to do that after the Taliban has taken over the entire country, including U.S. military bases, and taken possession of U.S. weapons technology? You've got, obviously, people in Kabul, but also in all of the other provinces spread out across the country. It seems to me it would be tough without accepting more casualties.
Well, it's certainly going to require more resources, and candidly, it's going to require a lot of bravery on the part of those American troops that are going in to get them. But I don't know an American troop that has told me they're not willing to take that risk.
How long do you think this is going to last? I know the president wanted to pull out by August 31st. A lot of allies were asking him to push that deadline back. This morning or this afternoon, I've heard suggestions that we could pull that deadline forward, that we could leave now. Germany, for example, the Chancellor Angela Merkel has just said the Germans are done. Evacuation flights are ending today.
Yeah, first of all, I don't think we should compare what we do to what our allies do. Those are sovereign nations. They can make decisions for themselves. I think if you ask any currently serving or retired military that has served in Afghanistan, they will tell you, let's do it until it's done. I know that sounds a little bit dramatic, but I can tell you right now that there's this underground railroad, this digital Dunkirk being done by retirees and by former soldiers serving in Afghanistan that's saying, we're not going to stop trying to get these people out. We're not just talking about evacuating by air assets. They have now said to many of these people, start taking land routes to Tajikistan, Uzbekistan. So I don't think that we should just cut and run and leave those people behind. We have a moral obligation to help them. We have a moral obligation to do everything we can to honor their service to us, and it's time for us to do service to them.